Dregs One. Welcome back to another episode of the History of the Bay podcast. Shout out to the sponsors, Amoeba Music of San Francisco, Dying Breed San Francisco, STEM Social, and of course, the bros at HP Farms. They got some of that good for us to enjoy today. And behind the lens, we got King Sid. On the boards, we got DEO. And today we got another special guest, Frisco legend, underground legend, West Coast legend. And when I say legend, a lot of people like to throw that word around, but I mean it because this cat has projects from damn near 30 years ago that are high-value collector's items. Nowadays, people dropping songs and they hear today, going tomorrow. Ain't nobody looking at them YouTube videos or streaming them joints in 20, 30 years. This guy got classics that are selling all around the world to this day. Again, on this podcast, we use this phrase a lot. If you know, you know. And if you do know, you for sure know about Big Mac.
Hey, they didn't let the GDs in the dough.
Oh, shit.
Hey.
Hold on, censor that.
They didn't let the GDs in the dough.
Oh, he came in.
I'm a GD, I'm a granddaddy.
Oh, okay.
I'm a granddaddy. We can let this go. I'm a granddaddy, man. I'm a GD, man. I'm a granddaddy now.
I thought some,
I'm a granddaddy, man.
Came in here on bullshit. Okay, granddaddy. Okay, Grandpa Mac. Grandpa Mac. I do. Also got a shout out to the building today. We got King Reeves, a.k.a. Regal, Frisco staple of the culture, been around for a minute. And y'all got projects together, so
absolutely.
Yeah, this is a good fit. So yeah, it's all family today because man, me and Mac go back. Yo, I'll just tell us. Can I just break it down?
You want to tell it? I want to tell it, but go ahead.
I'll let you tell your version if it's any different than mine. But okay, I got a job at the Tenderloin YMCA. Ooh-wee. Shout out to all my folks at the TL YMCA. I show up one day, and I'm like in the studio that TD had built for the kids, and this guy comes walking in like, "Oh, okay, what's your name? All right, yeah, oh, Dregs, all right, Matt, okay, yeah, I rap. You know, he didn't even say I rap. I think he said I used to rap.
Right.
I was rapping back in the day. I was like, oh, okay, cool. OG probably got some bars. Okay, that's dope. And then later, I don't know how it clicked, but I put two and two together. Like, wait, hold up, that dude's name was Mac.
Right.
You said, pretty big guy.
He was like, Big Mac?
Are you Big Mac from Frisco, Cutty Bang, and all the old school tapes? And
yeah,
just so happened I was coworkers with a Frisco legend at the after school program at the TL YMCA.
And that goes two ways. Now I was a coworker of Dregs One. Look how that worked. I'm always almost there.
I love it though. I love that. That's that Frisco roots. Like,
absolutely.
If you're really from the city, you never know who you might run into on a fluke. And shout out to all the kids, Y Projects.
Absolutely. I got Geese on my new album. Geese and Zaldi.
There you go. Shout out to Geese, Zaldi, Water, everybody else. Yes. Charles. I forget what he goes by now. Young Charles.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, we got major history, man. But I'm glad you came through to the pod today.
Absolutely, thank you.
Of course,
I appreciate it.
Of course, it was only a matter of time because you got a story that needs to be told. And let's go. Matter of fact, I always start at the beginning, but let's go before the beginning.
Okay.
Because I know you have deep roots in Hunters Point in San Francisco, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And that starts with your grandparents?
My grandparents, my grandmother, Julia Comer, she's one of the big five. So she was like she pushed a lot of issues for the community as far as Bayview, Hunters Point, and the San Francisco goes. You know, the John F. Kennedy came to my grandmother's project, stuff like that. I mean, she was a political figure in the city. Yeah,
and there's a street named after her.
Yeah. Comer Court. They call it Comer Court, but it's Comer Court up in Bayview.
Was she born in the city or she
was born in Texas.
Texas,
and she came out here and then started fighting for everyone's rights.
Yeah, because this was, people don't know there was a lot of political turmoil in the civil rights movement and all that was actually going down here in San Francisco.
Right. It was a hub.
Yes.
It was a hub of sorts.
Yeah. So
So a lot of programs that started, I don't want to get into the programs because let's not say that they were actually good for our community, but, they were programs that we thought were good at the time, put it like that, started out here. They started out here. So, and then they moved around the nation with a lot of them. So housing, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've always been a very progressive city.
Mm-hmm.
So your parents grew up in the neighborhood as well.
Yeah.
And they raised you in the same neighborhood.
Raised me in the neighborhood, yeah.
All right. So what was Hunters Point like growing up?
Fun, awesome. I got the best of both worlds. See, my mom and dad divorced when I was 7, so my mom moved to Park Merced. So I got to live in Park Merced and come spend my summers in Hunters Point. You know what I mean? And then when I was old enough, just stay where I wanted to stay, which was mostly Hunters Point. Because we started, making money and stuff like that. But, man, it was fun. Like I said, growing up, we used to... I was a DJ before I was a rapper. So I was a DJ back then. I used to strut against people, go down to the pier. It was a time where we didn't fight. You see somebody, you look at them crazy, and it was trying to go against them and stuff like Beat Street or breaking or something. And we went to Gary Street and bought linoleum, rolled it up and walked it, caught the 15 all the way down to the pier and would stay there all day. And then play music and stuff like that, and put our stuff next to Demons of the Mind and stuff like that. And when they wouldn't go on, we would try to do something or whatever. But it was fun.
Yeah, Frisco is a fun-ass city to grow up in, bro. I think a lot of people don't realize that.
Hella fun.
Yeah.
Our bus system, we get to jump on a bus and get anywhere within an hour.
Absolutely. Yeah, Park Merced, that's quite a difference from Hunters Point.
Yeah.
That's in the cuts of the city.
Yeah, right next to San Francisco State.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you mentioned there was a point before, like, fighting. Do you recall a time when, like, shit changed around the city in terms of, like, the environment, things like that?
Yeah, it changed when, for me, it changed when Roshan and Chief Charlie got killed. That was literally, I lived on McKinnon at the time in the Horseshoe, and they got killed on Newcomb, right near the church on Newcomb and 3rd. And so we heard the shots. And we ran down there, and we was there before the police got there. So that was right after Peter Lee got killed. So that whole incident, being there, and then all of us, the whole Hunters Point going to the general, Roshan being pronounced dead, Charlie being pronounced dead, Dominic Dupree, he was still shot, but he was in, serious condition. He made it out. Forgot who else was there that night that got shot, but, Lord rest their souls, Roshan and Chief Charlie. But on our side, that's when it turned around for me. Because it was a trip, because I was living in Park Merced and Hunters Point, and my partners that I grew up with is from Hunters Point, but the partners that I kicked it with was the partners I went to school with. See, so I had partners from Fillmore, from Lakeview, and we'd go out together. So as one, we'd get the heads up from. We'd be at a party somewhere and we get the heads up. We're at a party in Fillmore. We get the heads up like, man, they about to start trouble, man. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? we get the heads up from my Fillmore partner, Leroy Perkins, or Kenny Mixon. He'd get the heads up. They'd get the heads up. We out of there. Same thing with Sunnydale. But Lakeview, I went to school in Lakeview, St. Michael. So Lakeview didn't even know I wasn't from Lakeview until I was well into my 20s.
So yeah, you're wiggling all throughout the city.
Wiggling.
Yeah. But those shootings that you mentioned, they've come up a few times before on this podcast. And I heard quite a few of my OGs talk about how those times just kind of turned everything upside down and just led to a whole series of just
upside
escalation.
Before that, it was fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Then when all those series of events started, it was serious. Then you was watching out for headlights, walking on the street and seriously, headlights out. It's serious time to start booking because they coming through. And it was really like that. And it seemed like it was always a summer and it was hot and it was time to go outside or something. And it was just like bees attracted to honey type of thing, funk. It was like, and then that was right after Colors. And then that was sensationalized by us. You know what I'm saying? That's an old movie, but hey, let me tell you something. When we was at the movie theater in West Portal watching Colors, we had Hunters Point, Lakeview, and some black hole people sprinkled in that in West Portal. It was problems when we got out of there. The police came and everything just from watching Colors. Watching the movie. It came out of there. Turf tripping. I can tell you who it was, but I ain't right now. We're not drinking, so I ain't reading them. They know who they are. GRP.
Word. That's a trip, man. So, but at the same time, you talked about like strutting, DJing, like, so hip hop was in your life at the same time all this was going on.
Absolutely. I seen one of you guys had Qbert on here.
Absolutely.
I'm about to timestamp myself. I battled Qbert at Star of the Sea when he was fat.
What?
Yeah, when he was fat. So that tells everything right there. Once he hears me say this, when you were fat, Star of the Sea, Apollo as well, me, Kevin Armstrong, Mad Mike, we battled. You guys had bigger speakers, but we played so I won't never say we lost the battle, but you was doing your thing. It was like 87, 86.
So yeah, bars.
I'm talking, I was DJing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was raw then.
Yeah.
I'll pull a cramp now.
I mean, it's interesting, like, probably about the same time, like, all these turf wars are, like, spreading through the city. It's also the same time that hip-hop is spreading around.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah. You got Coog Nut, who I saw on a many of blocks just rapping against whoever was there. And I'm talking many. I didn't see Coog Nut and Sunnydale rapping against somebody. Hunters Point, Double Rock. I didn't see them all types all over the city. You just see a little crowd, and me being in the music, I see the crowd and I see what they doing, and it's it like bees to honey. There you go again, and it'd be Coog Nut there rapping, doing a 30-minute verse on somebody.
This episode of History of Debate is brought to you by Stem Social. Stem Social's 5 mushroom complex capsules are the perfect dietary supplement for physical and mental health. Y'all know I'm always on the grind, hustling, putting in work, and that means I gotta take good care of myself. I've been taking these capsules for a few weeks now after my morning workouts, and I definitely feel the benefits. The 5 mushroom capsules contain lion's mane, chaga, cordyceps, reishi, and turkey tail mushroom extracts, and the benefits include immune system support, stress and anxiety reduction, sleep improvement, energy boost, enhanced kidney function, and much more. This product is 100% organic, vegan, and locally sourced, so if you want to support a small business while also supporting your own health, check out stemsocial.io or go to the links in the description. History of Debate podcast is proud to be sponsored by TPP in partnership with Lost Soul Courier Collective. We got to take a moment to spread the word about drug overdose prevention. And I'm more than willing to talk about this on my platform because this is affecting our city, our community, and our loved ones. And this is the same for people all over the world right now. These days, you never know who might be at risk of an overdose. That's why it's important to carry naloxone, which you see here in the form of Narcan. This stuff can save lives, maybe even your own life. If you're in need of Narcan, you can get free delivery in San Francisco by calling or texting 415-275-1922. For more information, contact Tracy H415 on Instagram or visit lostsoulcouriercollective.org. You can also get the links in the description of this episode. Yeah, I mean, that's when we start having our own little rap scene.
Mm-hmm.
Kugna, Huey MC.
The Miller, Sunnydale. Who else I want to say back then? I don't remember Hubbas and all that. That was after me, but yeah, it would be the Miller, UMC, Budweiser, Saleski. Because Sale has cassettes a lot earlier than a lot of people. So yeah, Sale, Coog, but they were singles. But yeah, that's what I remember. The Miller, dude from Sunnyville, from East Palo Alto, Chunk.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I'm not forgetting anybody, but yeah.
Did that inspire you to start writing too?
Absolutely not. I was actually trying to DJ for people. I was DJing for my partners in West Point. I DJ for my boys GRP for a minute. Then I had a partner, and he was my rapper, but he was like one of them dance, shake your body, move your body all night. You know, one of those type of rappers, like CNC or somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit. I'm ready to make some money, whatever. So he was my rapper, right? And I used to write with him, right? Then all of a sudden he got saved, or one of these I got saved because there's nothing wrong with being saved. I'm with it, but he did one of these. I got saved. And he said he didn't want to rap no more. And I was like, what does that have to do with being saved? Because he wasn't rapping about no NWA, none of that. It wasn't even there yet. So he said, I'm cool. And then my boys, Rob Best and Dane Pearson, was like, well, I guess you rap now. You was writing for him. I guess you rap now. That's what did it. Then I started writing on the under. Then I started rapping to my boy Tita Lee from Hunters Point. He passed away, rest in peace. And he was like one of the sickest I ever knew. Like, he was ill, man. He was. Well, I can't compare him to nobody because nobody really heard him rap, really, because we didn't get a chance to get him at the studio and all that. But he was raw, man. But when I rapped to him, he was like, damn, boy, you kind of sick or whatever. And then I met with my cousin, Taydatay, from 11-5. I seen him at a block party. We watched Fly Mark kill this block party. I mean, Fly Mark was like fucking Michael Jackson up there, right? I swear to God, he was killing on the... What's that street? What's the thing next to Osceola? Garlington block party for Slick Rick. For Slick Rick, yes. Y'all remember, if y'all from Hunters Point, Fly Mar was killing it up there like he couldn't do no wrong. But so we was all pumped and everything. I took my cousin to the car. I put on the instrument. I said, cousin, I'll be rapping now, whatever. And then I spit for him. And he put a Cold World song and he said, yeah, I'll be rapping too. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I found out he was in Cold World at the time. So then I got somebody to do it with me. Oh, that set it off right there.
So Taydatay was in Cold World Hustlers before 11-5?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Interesting.
Taydatay and Mano.
Oh, okay.
Both of them was in Cold World Hustlers.
Because they're all from Oakdale, right?
Yep. So
that was like a whole movement out of Oakdale. A lot of rappers.
Yeah.
Back then. Cold World Hustlers, 11-5.
11-5, Deuce Trey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the youngsters, so.
Yeah, there's a few now, too. Right. Yeah. That's what's up. Well, they all started dropping tapes and getting signed to like local labels, right?
Right.
Is that something that you saw like kind of start peeping out and then really seeing like, oh, this is getting serious, like the whole idea of recording and selling music?
Nah, I didn't. I figured I need to put something together because I didn't know what I was actually putting together. You know, so these were the raps I wrote, and then I knew I wanted to make these, I wanted to take these certain beats. And since it was turning into a time where, so I was there starting to record when we would sample stuff, right? And then it went to, you can't get this sample clear, you can't do this. And what they're doing is interpolations, and they're flipping it. So then I started getting stuff replayed and smobbed out like gangster, what, you know what I'm saying? Play this, but put a little gangster on it. You know what I'm saying? Put that sauce on it. And when I started doing that, I actually was with my partners that I grew up with. They put their money in with me. None of them rapped. They would just put their money in with me every payday so I could go to the studio and cook, basically, because I wasn't smart enough to know don't write at the studio. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't come in with formulated ideas and then, put them together. No, I was getting to the studio and then trying to be artistic. So it was like they was putting their money in with it for a while. Then I heard about a compilation. I had 4 songs. I heard about a compilation these guys were putting together. I took my cassette to them and I said, let me try out for your compilation or whatever. He said, you? Yeah. So on 3rd Street, I rapped to them. The next thing you know, they don't want to do a compilation no more. They want to put me out. So that whole feeling of, oh man, really? Wow, they acting like I'm the next coming. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, really feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I'm eating all of it up, right? So that's what happened. I never got to get a chance to get with Dog Day or In a Minute or there was a few others out there. Black Market. There was a few others out there. I never got that chance until afterwards to try to even shop with them or anything like that after I was done with Fatt Sak. But Fatt Sak signed me up. And at that time, we started going to the studio. We had Fly Nate the Bankster, who's ended up signing with somebody else. And we had a young Hitman. Hitman was on Fatt Sak before he was with RBL. He was a little kid rapping about Mickey Mouse shooting up houses. I shit you not. I wish we had the reels. Yeah, but so they put me on. And from there, we just, did what we did. That's a whole nother story. I don't know how deep you want to get into that, but
we'll get there. But yeah, one day I was in City College in a class, and I looked out the window and I seen a big ass van pull up bumping, and all it said wrapped around it was "The sack is fat." And I just remember seeing that and being like, "Hell yeah!"
And me and him was on the back of it. Yeah, was on the back so. Of it. We standing up there looking like, yeah.
Fatt Sak Records. The sack is fat.
Yeah,
I was like, hell
yeah. It was
yeah.
the wrong picture on the damn van, though. It was the executive. It was the nigga trying to dance all in the videos. And nah, that's my boy right now. But yeah, nigga, it was the wrong picture.
Wait, it was
your face ain't for the tube. This one is, nigga.
Wait, so on that, you know exactly what van I'm talking about.
Yeah, the one with that the light-skinned Roy Jones looking nigga, my nigga, Richie Rich. That's my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy. He know it. That's my boy. I love him to death, but
Well, that was just a random memory that obviously made an impression on me to just see that hella like boom, boom, and then the sack is fat. I was like, ugh.
That don't even look right. His face with good music. No.
But there was some motion going on though. Like that was
It was promotion going on. And he had a few of them. He had a few of them moving around and doing things and all that. We suffered through a few of them rapping sessions. So rapping of the truck sessions.
Oh, okay.
We suffered.
So who was remind me again what his name? The founder?
Richard Norris. Okay. CEO of Fatt Sak Records. That's so to this day. So.
He decided he wanted to get into the music business, kind of like some of these other people were doing at the time, right? Like
a lot of these hustling dudes. A lot of these dudes that was hustling. They some of them wanted to hustle more than do music or do both.
Yeah.
One was a means to the other. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So that was attractive to me too. I ain't gonna sit here and lie because I was hustling at the time too. So I liked not faking the funk. I ain't gonna lie. I liked us doing what we was doing and then doing music because we was not. It's a trip because when I was a DJ, I'd play a lot of East Coast stuff. So the shit that I started talking about when I was rapping was the fucking total opposite of what I used to really play growing up and everything. So it was crazy, but that's all I knew to rap about. So
you're basically just writing songs about the shit that you're doing and the shit that you're seeing.
Yeah, my first whole album are the first 10 raps. 12 or 13 raps I wrote. The first album.
So that was all basically financed by your boy Rich.
Sort of. Half of the album. I came with half of the album done already with me and my partners or whatever. But when we came with it already done, TC and Reg reflipped a few of my beats. And then Stan the G-Man reflipped a few of my beats. Then I got a beat from Les G. And so, he funded it in a way. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
Okay. Because that album is it's called A Better Way, for those who don't know. It's considered a classic. It was the record I was talking about at the very beginning. Dope ass album, bro.
Right on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right on.
If you're a fan of like West Coast G-Funk, Bay Area type of shit, check it out. It's like one of those albums that like a rap nerd from like Japan would like trip out on, or like.
That's crazy because Japan just bought like 2,000 wax from me like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? 25 years later? Okay.
No, I believe it.
Okay.
I believe, because I've been over there and I've seen that type of shit go down, so I believe it.
And then this the cold part. Yokishumu or
Yokohama?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to Yokohama.
No, because this is the guy's name.
Oh, it's the guy's
DJ or
name.
something. See, he might have gave me any old kind of name. DJ Yo-Yo, whatever he gave me. I can't even get in touch with him now because I wanted a version of it because the writing is in...
Oh, yeah. The Japanese-only version.
I want a version of it, bro. Yeah. And now he don't even return nothing. He broke me off, and then so now I think I went platinum in Japan. Let me know if I went platinum in Japan. This nigga owe me.
We're going to find out.
Oh, damn. Is it 30 minutes yet?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might be platinum in Japan. Even if I'm wood, holla at me in Japan.
No, hell yeah.
Even if I'm wood.
Let's go sell some more units out there. The album's called A Better Way. The cover is Kiba Conte.
Kiba
Conte, yeah.
Funky Fat
Graphics.
Mm-hmm.
Did a lot of old school 90s.
Yeah, Kiba's
records.
doing coffee now.
Yeah, Red Bay Coffee, right? Yeah, let's set up an interview. Yeah, come holler at us, man. Well, the album has a message too. That's actually my favorite, maybe my favorite song on the album is A Better Way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I was talking to you earlier about the shit that was going on in the streets, that's kind of what it reminded me of. Like, did you feel like that was something you wanted to speak on and address with your music?
Well, it was inadvertently done, see, because this is the thing. It was a lot of stuff going on in the city at that time. It was not only was it turf wars that had so-called been truce to them. There were truce, but you know, in all truces, somebody's gonna steal. You know what I mean? You got incidents, but anyway, we had a truce going, and it was, I guess, you know, cool pretty much. But still, then the turfs inside each other were punking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got Oakdale and Harbor, then West Point and Harbor. You know what I'm saying? And you got, you know, up the hill, down the hill, you know, all that stuff. So that was going on in my period. And then it was a trip because, and then to get RBL on my album, and then my cousin Tay is from Oakdale, and they know it, and they know, you know, it was like one day I had 4 songs out. I had a little EP out. We were promoting that. And just from that, one day I was riding over the hill, and Toto from Harbor, he said, "Man, I want you to come do this block party on Harbor." I said, "All right, no worries, whatever." Then I asked my cousin and them 11-5, "Y'all coming?" No. To Cora, y'all come? No, nobody wanted to come to the block party with me. So I go by myself. Only one from Oakdale that was there was Hennessy from 11-5. Go anywhere. That's why I love him. But me and him was there on Oakdale. And they treated me just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are Hunters Point. Glad you came. And after that show right there, I just made it a point, like, I'm not going to mix myself into none of that because I'm good with everybody. I went to school in Lakeview. I went to school with Selsky and Ballhead. Or rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
I went to St. Michael's with both of them. Coolnut also went to St. Michael's, but he got kicked out in 6 months. Rest in peace as well. But I went to school with them. Yeah. And so when I started doing my album and I did that block party, after I did that block party, me and Mr. C got tight because Mr. C saw me rip live, not just on the record or whatever. He saw me rip live or whatever. So me and Mr. C got real tight because Chris is like the, at that time, Chris was like the producer. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't really the rapper. He was the producer. Kyle was the rapper. Like, Kyle knew about, Nice and Smooth. And you know what I'm saying? Kyle knew not just what's going on in the city, but he knew rap all around. He was like me, a rap, student. So me and Kyle got real tight. And TC made a beat for me, gave it to me, gave it to Kyle. A couple hours later, him and Dregs is rolling around looking for me. They got a hook for me. And I'm like, damn, this Mr. C from RBL. He rolling around looking for me, telling me what my hook's going to be and telling me what I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? Telling you going to say this on the hook, Mac, and just have your verse ready. Who else going to be on it? Because it was him and Chris. I told him, I'm going to get my boy Ballhead. Went to St. Michael's with me. So I went and got Rick, Ballhead. And that was the first song, or maybe the only song he ever did with RBL. But they had no problem with it. And then that night at that session, let me tell you something. It was me, RBL, Cold World, 11-5, UDI. I'm talking Oakdale Harbor, and they all in there laughing with each other like we used to go to school with each other, this and that, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And that session right there led to Chris and Dante being cool and doing their album together. So that just proved to me, never give in to the, that's Filmo, that's this, that's that. Nah, all these dudes show me love. So I have no,
I think that's something that's really different about today's rap scene in San Francisco with the youngsters. And what you mentioned earlier about first it was different neighborhoods having funk with each other. And now every single neighborhood in San Francisco has funk inside the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's block to block. It's replicating a whole lot of that drill scene. You know what I mean? It's replicating the drill scene where you beefing with the other side of the street. But look, West Point was right there, Harbor was right there, Oakdale was down there. We're talking 2 more blocks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just coming from that type of I think it's coming from that type of mentality.
Like the music scene,
from the drill scene, because it's like them dudes get online with each other. Them dudes get online with each other, and so do these our youngsters. They get online with each other, and I'm like, whoa. You get online with them? That's only gonna antagonize one of y'all or both. Whichever one got a good poker face, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So getting online with each other that you don't like, and then you don't even know why you don't like them, it's just a lot of stuff we going through right now with the youngsters and everything. What they thinking of, what they showed them is that if you do these violent crimes and all that, we're gonna put you on and give you a deal anyway. That's what they showed them. So I look stupid telling them, nah, that's not how you get on. Start having your name ringing like that. You want to get your name ringing for being like crazy on the mic, saying something they didn't think they was gonna hear in the next bar, and you know what I'm saying? Like mystifying. Like I go back to when I first met you, and we was at work, and then any kind of beat would come on. Rez would start busting for an hour. He could bust for an hour. If people start coming in, and that's just more info for them. That's just more info. More of the stuff come in or whatever, it's just more info for them. But these youngsters, it's just totally different now. What makes them pumped is what they've seen works. And what works now is, crashing out.
Exactly. That's something that's been on my mind a lot lately because, I never claimed to be the toughest dude or whatever, but even I know, you don't snitch on yourself online. You don't put all your business online. And I think some of these outlets and in the media need to be held accountable for, like you said, promoting it. When an artist does some dumb shit, they highlight that over the music because they know it draws. Of course, it's shocking, it's sensational, all that, but it's played out and it's dumb, man. And it's just a trip to see how different it is. Like you said, to picture 11-5 and RBL in the same studio, because I feel like these rappers now, not to sound like that older guy, but these rappers now, they're not able to put the music first and squash that shit.
Right. And the cold part about it is they're probably closer than they are, further than they are as far as relations and knowing people and whatever degrees of separation it is. And it really just doesn't make sense these days. But like I said, who am I to tell them when the industry is rewarding them for it?
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
And it's rewarding them for it temporarily and then turning it around.
Right. Yes.
Right back.
So like I said before, be careful what you wish for with this music shit. Well, when the album came out, how did things start changing and moving for you? Was it instantly recognized or did it take a while to kind of build up?
Well, okay, so we were shopping it around a little bit before when we had the 4-song EP. So we was shopping it around, and D-Shot was actually gonna distribute it, right? And we'd go out to Vallejo and we'd kick it with him, all this. You know, I met B Legit, kicked it with him, all that. Never got to kick it with 40, but I got to hear it in a major way before it dropped. Got to go to that album release. But anyway, he was gonna let D-Shot distribute it. But my boy said, nah, he gonna distribute it. He took the idea, what have you. And that kind of, I ain't gonna lie, I was very, what is that? I was reluctant of D-Shot distributing it because it wasn't the click. It wasn't me 40 distributing it. You know what I'm saying? And when I was a DJ, I bought, how did the albums come out? E40 came out, then Be Legit, then the click came out, then D-Shot came out. Was that the order?
That was the order.
That was the order, right? So by the third album, it was sort of like, damn, all this shit these niggas is dropping. Then D-Shot dropped. So I didn't want that nigga distributing my album, right?
You wasn't spinning Call Me on the Under back in the day?
So Shot is my boy. I love Shot. Shot took care of me when I was out there. Shot hooked me up at the album release party. He hooked me up. He hooked Mobb Deep up. It was me and Mobb Deep smoking Vegas out there. But anyway, nah, I wasn't feeling it. Me and Shot was bussing one day, and he did that freestyle for me. Yeah, we put a beat on. I bust some shit, and this nigga bust Call Me on the Under to me. Nah. I'm a rapper, nigga. You got the bust for me, nigga. I'm a rapper for real. I was like, oh, he's the brother. He just gonna ride. Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, he gonna ride. Okay.
Wait, did you say Mobb Deep was chilling with you at E40?
Yeah, they didn't have no swishers.
Breathe by that.
They didn't have no swishers. It was me, Mobb Deep, Big Les, Joe, what's his name? Joe Clear. We all waiting in the parking lot because Aunt Banks pumped us all out and said that was a jive bus that just left. So we had to wait in the parking lot to get on the bus to go to the mansion. So it's me, Mobb Deep. I kept calling both the niggas each other name. This is when the Major Way came out, 94?
96.
96. So this is 90, almost 96 then, the album release or whatever. Yeah, they didn't have nothing to roll in. I did. I had an ounce. Back then, having an ounce somewhere is like, you know what I mean?
Big, yeah.
Yeah, I had an ounce and switched Vegas. So yeah, it was our parking lot that whole night. If it was Instagram, it was crazy.
95, okay.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
Damn.
Me, Mobb Deep, a Big Les, and Joe Clear.
Cracking. Okay, so D-Shot didn't distribute it, but how did it do well when it first dropped?
Because D-Shot had gave us enough game to know how to go to City Hall Records, not us, Fatt Sak Records, to go to City Hall Records, have his own units, put out, some promo beforehand. So I'm not gonna lie, he might have ordered about 10,000 units before we even put out anything of the whole album, and we gave out 10,000 units.
Oh yeah,
everywhere we went. So I was riding 11-5's coattail everywhere they was at, and hitting and riding RBL wherever I could as well. That's another thing. I was able to do that. I was able to ride RBL 11.5 Coattail. They got shows, I can get in over there. RBL got something over here, I can get in over there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was doing. And then, so he gave out all those units. And so by the time we did go to Walter, we got it to the point where we had 20,000 pre-orders. Yeah, we got the pre-orders up, drilling holes in the back of barcodes, mailing packages out to what was the stores back then? The retail outlets that had CDs, Tower and all that. Yeah, all those Sam Goodies, all those places, and that built up our pre-orders. So we got 20,000 pre-orders. They got those. Then they got another 20,000. And after that, I know another 20,000 was ordered. But I've never seen what do you call it? I don't even know what to call it.
Invoice?
Yeah, I've never seen one of those. So I don't know what was ordered, but I've never seen one of those. Right. I've never seen one of those.
Well, that's pretty good, bro, for an independent release.
That was cool.
Hell yeah. Motherfuckers can barely sell 2,000 units now. So
now, yeah, now. But you got to think, though, back then, 11.5 and them, they were all killing it. So I'm just like riding their coattail. And it was back then where you could literally sell a lot of units in the Bay and then Midwest. And then you got what's up top, Seattle, Portland, Midwest, like I said, yeah. Yeah, man.
Well, you also appeared on a few like features that were pretty big for you. I'm gonna just jump straight into this, bro. For those who don't know, what is Cutty Bang?
Cutty Bang, Seagram's Gym, Bacardi Lime, Tanqueray, gin and juice. I don't know. My cousin Tay just came in the house and was like, man, this is what we own this weekend. It's Cutty Bang. And then we had this dude that wanted us to do a song, and I had a beat I wanted to flip. We get the Les G's. We're drinking Cutty Bang. What's the name of this song? Cutty Bang. All right. That's how that go. And I wanted to, and then I was flipping, what did I flip? Trans Europe Express.
Yeah, Kraftwerk.
Yeah, Trans Europe Express. So I was ready to flip some strut music or whatever. And
Soul
then,
Sonic Force, Africa Bambaataa.
Kraftwerk.
Yeah, but Africa Bambaataa flipped it too. Yeah.
And,
Planet Rock.
Yeah. No, Bambaataa. That's a new one. No Diddy, no Bambaataa. That's fucked up, man. I grew up on Planet Rock. I used to play that shit.
Oh, that's why you didn't want to say. No, flip Kraftwerk. Flip Kraftwerk. It's not Bambaataa. Kraftwerk.
Damn it.
So wait, did Taydatay invent that drink, or was that?
He came with it. He came with the idea for me. I don't know who invented it.
You don't know who invented it, but that was the first time you ever seen it.
And Hunter's point, they was already having it though at the store.
They already had it in.
No, it was already at the store. Like they had drinks already made up at the store.
Yeah, the little Ziploc.
And they had the Cutty Bang in there, and that was like the most popular one.
Damn,
that's cold.
We got to figure that out, bro.
They still got it though in Daly City.
Yeah, and Mr. Liquor over there on Valencia. If you go there,
got the bags already.
Yeah,
see,
Sun Valley got it too.
See,
yeah, we
and the store bacon lost. Hey man,
we got to figure this out.
If young people drinking, no, I ain't drinking no Cutty Bang these days.
Well, that's why I want to bring it up because I think people's drinking Cutty Bangs and not knowing the history of it. So if you know who invented Cutty Bang, get at us because I want to figure this out.
I mean, Tay's gonna say he did, but he didn't. So
I don't think he can say it because in the song he says he got it from the liquor store. Right, he got it from the Third Street liquor store.
Yeah, he did. Some people live in multiverses. In some universe, he made it up.
Oh, I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. That was another big song in your catalog too. But that first album, was that your next album? Was not on Fatt Sak, or was it?
Nah. Okay. That's when I left, and my cousin had just let me run wild on all the drugs I was on and do whatever I wanted.
Oh, so you're wilding out.
Yeah, I was wilding out.
You're getting into trouble.
He just let me do whatever I wanted. And then I hooked up with Sean Tito. That's where I started my friendship with Sean. You know what I'm saying? Without that whole time, like I'd go over to Sean's and just grab 2-3 beats every weekend. You know what I'm saying? He lived in Hayward at the time. So, man, that's my boy to this day.
I want to say, a lot of features on that album too, right?
I did, yeah. I had Quinn. I had a song with Hennessy that never came out. Quinn, Lil Ray from West Point, Taydatay again. Oh yeah,
Too Short.
Too Short. Yeah, I'm forgetting the one that the budget. Yeah. Too Short. The budget. Yeah, that was the trip though. I'm at the studio at Lades, and they like, he's about to do a song with Femi that day. I said, yes, okay. Let me just hover a little while you get here, because I'm trying to ask him what the number is. Like, what's happening, you know? And it was as simple as that. What's the number? Da-da-da-da. Give me the number, phone number. I'm going to call you next week. Call him next week. He met us at Stan, did that, and it was done.
Dope.
And what was cool about Short was he gave me some game. I already knew it, but he gave me some game. And I felt him for that. I let him, go ahead and finish talking. You know what I'm saying? But he was telling me what to do. Like, take this to City Hall, get an independent deal. Do not try to sign no deal with nobody. You get your own unit. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to tell me the game and everything.
Is that what you did with that album?
I still wasn't doing my own stuff. I had somebody doing it for me. I was just the artist, sort of, and not taking control of my own thing. That's another thing. If you're an artist, don't let... I don't want to hear, I don't have the money, or I can't, that's too much for me. Well, then you don't want to do it bad enough.
Ooh-wee.
You don't want to do it bad enough. Because you know what? Let me tell you something. The minute I started doing anything of worthwhile in music, it was already past my prime, but it was when I was funding my own project. When I was funding then I respected the time I was putting in, the money I was spending on the track, the time that the engineer was using to do whatever he needed. Now I'm looking at engineers like, oh, you over there fucking around. That's why I like I love DEO. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned, oh, you over there fucking around. You don't even know what you're doing over there. You supposed to have my shit sounding good the minute a nigga step up out that booth. You know what? DEO got my shit sounding good the minute a nigga coming out that booth. He got a pre-mix on my shit when I come out the booth. What the fuck you doing? So I start learning shit when I'm spending my own money. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of artists be getting at me now. That's why I give them Tracked Out, trackedout.com.
There you go.
Get on there. You get trackedout.com, baby. You get some studio time. There's 2-hour minimums. Damn. There you go. Know what the fuck you trying to do. Go in there in 2 hours. Don't go in there and ask this nigga what the fuck you gonna do. You don't know what the fuck you want to do. Go in there and do your shit, man. Stop asking somebody else to put you on.
So you were fucking around a little bit back then, huh?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yo, Mac, I remember there was a story I believe you told me when we were working together that, if I'm remembering this correct, that someone from a major label wanted to sign you at one point?
Well, I had a few of those. I had Jive. We didn't sign with Jive because the person that had got the deal for us wanted a finder's fee. Now I know that's kill a fucking finder's fee. But once again, I wasn't signed to Fatt Sak, so I didn't even handle any negotiations, which was stupid on my part. There you go. So being stupid on my part, not handling any negotiations, you let somebody else negotiate for you, that has no legal right to. They can say anything. So represent yourself. That's the moral of the story. So it was Jive. Shot my shot with Relativity. They told me no. Had Action at Priority. I'll get back to Priority. EMI through Ragtop. Mm-hmm. So they was coming looking for Quinn. And Fig was talking crazy to him, like Fig do. Fig will scare a motherfucker, right? Fig will scare an exec, right? Okay, so Fig scared him. Frankie J said, okay, well, what's up with Big Mac? And they started listening to my stuff. And okay, yeah. We met. Next thing I know, they're telling me I got a deal. and they telling me money and all this. I'm already spending it in my head. They adding money to my album, all this and that. Then the next thing I know, in a month, after lawyers talk back and forth, I don't have a deal because in the deal, it stipulates that if one of these labels don't handle their business, I just become an artist on EMI. Fucking fine with me, but I didn't get to tell them that because I wasn't representing myself. You get what I'm saying? So I lost out on that deal.
Mm.
Yeah, then we go back to Priority. Priority, I know I had a lot of action because they put me on the Legal Dope compilation. Fig took Rich out there. Rich took Fig out there. They put songs on the compilation, and I know Fig got paid for it too because they didn't just put songs on the compilation for fucking free. So anyway, I never saw a dime of that. But anyway, I'm on the Legal Dope compilation with what's his name? Lynch Hung and all them. It's on Priority. So I had action there, but once again, I didn't represent myself. So by the time I figured that all out, it's over with.
Well, I thought there was a story where someone, and I don't remember who, but it was an executive wanted to meet with you.
He did.
And you took him.
We went to not Sam Goody. We went to the record store in Stonestown.
But then I could have. Oh, Tower. That was Tower.
We went to Tower in Stonestown. And it was, okay, it was weak as fuck. Like I didn't represent myself. Like, why did I take this motherfucker to Tower in Stonestown?
Okay, I remember it being Red Lobster.
Nah. That's because I'm fat. See, this nigga thought it was some fat shit.
No, here we are. I thought the story was.
I always think I'm eating. Nah, it wasn't Red Lobster.
I thought the story was someone wanted to meet up with you about a deal. You took it. You were like, oh shit, I gotta like impress him. Take him to Red Lobster, let him know I'm serious. And then instead of that, you were like, fuck, I should have just brought him to the block at Hunter's Point so he could see.
It was Tower. I took him to Tower Records or whatever, and we went to go see how my CD was doing in there, which it was flying off the damn shelf. But he didn't get to see who I was. You know, that was just like going to see the CD and it was selling. And I should have took him straight to the point. Yeah. And then let him go ahead and get scared and all that and see how I was, backed up and everything. You know what I mean? That's what I should have did. But
well, he probably would have also seen everybody like gassing you up, like about your rapping and shit too.
Right. I mean, back then, all we had to do was pull up.
Yeah.
And it would turn into something.
Yeah.
All we had to do was pull up and it'd turn into something.
All right. Well, it wasn't Red Lobster.
Nah.
Okay. I don't know where I got that from.
Drake. That nigga Drake fed you some mania.
Oh, shit. All right, man. So would you say like at a certain point in your career just kind of went left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that. And then I would say, not only that, it's like it's a trip. When you going through when you believe in a dream. This is the thing about labels or so-called labels. They make artists not make, but they have this trickery to make artists believe in dreams. That's the biggest thing. Hollywood, all this shit. Make somebody believe in a dream, they riding. You know what I'm saying? And if you believe in that dream, you'll ride. And you'll ride for as long as you think you can. And then once you switch up, you got to really have a plan then. And my plan when I switched up was I was not in a good, I won't say not in a good place, but I was in a place where that's when ecstasy came out. That's when, I had a couple dollars. We was hustling. Oh my God. It was just like, nah, I thought I was a real rapper then because now people know you in the city. Now this is, you know what I'm saying? Now people know you in the city. You got to hold up this image. Now you got to do all this and that and then rolling around. That's when I met Reed. Well, a little bit after that, right? When we was in the garage, like, look at that. Yeah.
And you're getting like verse licks and shit too. And you
oh yeah, that's all. I still do that right now. But those are all, that did. See, that's the thing. I got paid more from features and all that than anything from my album or anything.
Yeah, because you're on a lot of those compilations.
Yeah, I got features were pretty cool.
17 Reasons, some of these other big ones you're on.
Julio.
I think yeah, Gotos.
Yeah, Gotos. Yeah. Hey, man. These are dudes that.
I think you're on one of the
Loved ones, for real.
You're on one of the Herm compilations too,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Herm is my good friend.
Well, I appreciate you speaking honestly about the road your career took, because it's interesting, bro. Like, around the time I met you, so that story I told earlier, I was surprised too, because I hadn't like heard from you from a while as a fan.
Mm-hmm.
But you've probably recorded and released more recently, like since then, than you did back then.
Yeah.
And you're raw too.
Right
like
on,
you still got bars.
right on.
Probably even better.
That's what I say. It's better than that. Riga, I don't know. I think it's better now. Like I said, that was the first raps I ever wrote, was my first album. And then when I go around, people always want that first album, that first Mac. And I'm like, so that's a 30 year. Those were the first raps. Like, I didn't have no books and all this, when I was in Bruno. No, I was a DJ in Bruno when I was in Bruno. No raps. So those are the first raps right there. So, and then through that whole thing, you get seasoned. You start seeing people. I mean, other people start rapping with other people. You start noticing, like, the company you keep is how you keep your sword sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, just try to stay innovative and doing stuff that's scary to other people. Like, I want to say, in the Bay Area, I was the first one punching. And when I say punching, I mean like over the top.
Yeah.
And I stole it from Slick Rick. So now you can hear it left and right. But I used to go to the studio and they'd be like, what the hell are you doing? You left out a part there. And then I come back in and do it, what have you. And then, so I just feel like my sword is sharp. And what Andre say? He didn't have nothing to rap about at this age. But I'm a grand. Like, I came in saying they didn't let the GDs. I was making a joke because I am a GD. I'm a granddaddy, but I got a lot of shit to rap about, and it's shit that's related to my age, and it will naturally find its own algorithm by relating to the people that it relates to. So I got a whole lot of shit to rap about. I'm still jumping in and out of forums, but I'm catching cramps doing it.
Oh yeah, I mean, when we were working together at that studio, I mean, we probably used it more than the kids, just to keep it real. We used to be in there after hours and shit too.
The cops would come out. Hey, we're good.
Yeah. Smoking little swishers and shit outside.
No, I would. Dregs, you got that? Okay, I gotta tell the story. Can I tell the story?
Oh shit.
Can I please tell the story?
Yeah.
All right. This is why I love this dude, man. Check this out. Let me tell y'all something. I'm being my egotistical asshole self, as usual. Big Mac, whatever. We work together, but we work with kids. Everything is cool except one thing. Mac always smell like weed around the kids, right? So Mac always smell like weed around the kids. And I don't know what happened, but me and Dregs started arguing, and he was just like, man, you know what, man? No, to keep it real, man, we work with kids, man. You be fucking smelling like all the weed, man. And I got mad because he was telling the truth. So we had a standoff. And we was about to go there with it. This is not no punk nigga. This is a Frisco nigga right here. All right? It's not no punk nigga right here. We was about to go there, right? And then in my head, I was like, man, you ain't shit while I was doing it, right? I'm like, nigga, you ain't shit. Right? So then we cooled it down or whatever. We cooled it down. And then the next day I apologized. And I just kept apologizing to the nigga like for the next couple of weeks or whatever. Because I felt like the asshole of the year.
Oh, man.
Like for real. Because the nigga told me I'm smelling like all the weed. And I was not just smelling like weed. I'm smelling like it's a pee in the pocket. I'm coming to work smelling. I was not giving a fuck. He was telling the truth. So that was the story. That's why I love this nigga.
I love you too, bro.
We was cool after that. We was so cool after that. I said, man, you know what, Rez? Dregs, I said, y'all know his name. Anyway, I said, man, my fault, man. I'm fucking up, man.
Man.
You gotta be able to do that.
I thought she forgot about that.
Hell no. That's why I love you to this day, blood. I was like, man.
Because
I told you, remember, Reed? I said, man, I was an asshole. I ain't shit.
We was really in a big ass shower match on Golden Gate.
On Golden Gate!
In the middle of the L's.
Because I smell like weed around the kids.
It was another reason too, but we don't gotta go into that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. I was like, you're always on Facebook, man.
That's another thing. See?
I was like, I'm trying to run the program.
See?
And you in the computer lab, bro.
That sounds, I would concur with that. And I'm going to blame you fucking Facebook right now. While you out there.
Oh,
this
man.
Go to Facebook.
But it was, honestly, though, I appreciate that. I mean, that was difficult. It's sometimes, bro, like, you got to make that call. Like, do I say something or let it go? We got to be here for the kids.
Man, I ain't in there. I'm on Facebook.
But it wasn't just you. It was like that whole shit was all disorganized, and it was a lot to deal with. And it's that YMCA no longer exists, so that tells you everything you need to know about how they cared about those kids.
Right. I got 2 of them kids on the album, like I said, right there.
We love the kids, so I know that much.
Right.
And shout out to everyone else we worked with.
They got kids now, so.
Right. And shout out to Gamma Ray as well, DJ Gamma Ray. Yeah, working with us.
Got some scratches on my album. I'm going to act like I did them in the video, though.
And you got a lot of projects out. How many albums y'all two got together? Two, okay.
We got the G Template, and now a new one, Aromatherapy.
And there's more to come as well?
Yeah.
I love it, bro. I love it, man.
We're going to get creative with the next one, real creative. We'll be stepping in another zone on the next one. So
I look forward to hearing it. I'm really glad we got to chop it up today, bro.
You got a beat on my album, the one you flip
yeah. I got a few more for you too.
Okay.
Yeah. I got some new ones for you, man. But yeah, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this interview. You know, we go back a long way. This is a Frisco legend right here, and I'm glad we got to tell the story. Dropped a lot of jewels, and it ain't over yet. There's more to come, and I love that we get OGs, youngsters, Frisco, this city, that city, everybody to tell their story, and this is one we had to get. So thanks, Mac.
Right on, man. I appreciate you.
Likewise. And thank you, the viewers, the listeners, the team, the sponsors. Appreciate y'all keeping this thing going and tuning in. And my name is Dregs One, and I'm here to say that this is another history of the Bay. And I got to go, but I'ma let you know that we right here representing the skull. Peace, y'all.
Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay. Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay.